The only thing left is the final walkthrough. Want me to do that? Hell no! I didn't spend all these years building PDI so that punk kids like you could have all the fun. Donovan grinned, not having expected any other answer. The last sweep through a structure on the verge of demolition had a special kind of excitement, and Sam pulled rank shamelessly to do the job whenever he could. No way would he let his right-hand man take his place, even on a night that could freeze fur off a bear. Sam's daughter, Kate, had shared that Corsi capacity for exuberance. Kate, Donovan's long-gone but not forgotten ex-wife. Sam knocked back the last of his own coffee, his gaze on the dark hulk of the Jefferson Arms, silhouetted against the lights of Washington, D.C. Closer to hand, police lines kept spectators at a safe distance. Because of the early hour and the bitterly cold January weather, not many people had come to watch the implosion. Voice brusque, he asked, "Ever thought of getting back together with Kate?" "Jesus, Sam," Donovan choked, strangling on his coffee. "What the hell put that in your head? It's been 10 years since Kate and I split up, and as far as I know, she hasn't set foot in Maryland since." Sam shrugged, his gaze still on the Jefferson Arms. "Yeah, but neither of you has shown any signs of hooking up with anyone else. You married too young, but there was something damn good between you. Besides, Julia'd liked some grandkids to spoil." Donovan winced as the conversation moved onto dangerous ground. "You're right that we were too young, but even assuming that Kate was interested, and frankly, I think she'd see me in hell first, there is the small matter of her living in San Francisco, not exactly dating distance. Things change." Sam glanced at the clock, then put on parka and gloves in preparation for the walkthrough. "Maybe I'll give Tom a call one of these days." That remark was even more of a shock than the wacko suggestion about Kate. Remembering Sam's unexpected trip to the emergency room the month before, Donovan asked uneasily, "Did the doctors find something wrong with your heart that you haven't told me about? I thought they said it was just indigestion." "Nothing wrong with my heart, and I've got the cardiogram to prove it." Sam shoved his hard hat onto his salt and pepper hair and picked up a big beam flashlight. "But I'll admit that getting hauled off to the hospital got me to thinking. Nobody lives forever. Maybe it's time I knocked a few heads together." Seeing Donovan's expression, Sam grinned and lightly clipped the younger man's shoulder with his fist. "Don't worry. If I do any head cracking, it will be for your own good." He headed out into the freezing night. Wondering what the hell that had been about, Donovan did radio checks with the other members of the team. A perfect shot didn't happen by accident, and PDI's flawless safety record was a result of painstaking care at every stage of a job. This implosion was pretty routine, if there was ever anything routine about reducing a massive building to ruins in a handful of seconds. Soon the structure would be swept away, not with a whimper, but an almighty bang. Then something better would rise. A moving beam of light marked Sam's progress through the Jefferson Arms. Inside the echoing structure, he was meticulously checking the explosive charges, the wiring, and even the flour the crew had scattered in the stairwells to reveal if a homeless person or animal had taken refuge in the building. 20 minutes until demolition. Restless with the adrenaline of an impending shot, Donovan picked up the microphone of the radio base station again. "How's it going, Sam?" "Everything's fine," his boss boomed. "This dump might have been a lousy place to live, but it's going to make a great pile of rubble. I'll be out in 10 minutes. Donovan was about to switch off the mic when Sam muttered, "That's odd." "What have you found?" "Not sure. Just a second." Suddenly, the quiet of the night shattered. A series of explosions ripped through the Jefferson Arms, engulfing the building in thunder and flame. Walls pitched inward, and the structure majestically collapsed as gritty clouds of dust spewed in all directions. "Sam! Sam!" Donovan shouted in horror, instinctively hurling himself out the door of the trailer. But it was too late. 1,000 tons of concrete had already crushed down on the man who had been boss, friend,